Hey gorgeous, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If we've not met before, my name's Amy and today I am outing myself as the very neglectful plant parent that I am, and hopefully rescuing one of the plants I've had the longest in my collection and that I actually do really love, but I just haven't been taken care of. That is my Philodendron Micans. So if you're not familiar with the Philodendron Micans, it is stunning. I mean, mine isn't. But it is a stunning plant. It has beautiful dark foliage, heart-shaped leaves, it's velvety. The new leaves come out a gorgeous like red colour. I mean, they also dye a reddy colour. They're stunning. They have like the backs of the leaves have got like a red tinge to them. As I said, the front is supposed to be very dark and velvety. I grow it as a trailer. You can grow it as a climber, and when it matures as a climber, it is stunning, but it's, from what I know, really hard to get it to kind of like climb and mature indoors. So I've had my Micans for a really long time. I think we're talking like 6 years at this point. When I got it, I'm going to try and throw out some photos. When I first got it, it was tiny. It was like, I don't know, a couple of strands, maybe like 4 different plants in the pot, and for a really long time it was one of my pride and joys in my collection. I used to have some little floating shelves just here, and I know I've got loads of photos on Instagram of it looking beautiful because it sat there for a really long time. Because it sat there and I've got my south-facing windows just behind you, the leaves have always grown facing the front for me, which I've really enjoyed, and it's now positioned, there are some shelves in my kitchen and it's positioned on those facing the south-facing windows still. I don't know where that sentence was going. I've had a really hard week in work, guys. I've done a lot of talking, and if you're not oh my god. If you're not new to my channel and you're familiar with me, you will know that I trip over my words a lot. Sometimes I can't, like, I'm thinking of the word, but there's some weird processing thing that happens and the word doesn't come out, so I trip over the word, try to find the right word, and yeah, sometimes I'm thinking of the word and the right word's trying to come out and my tongue can't quite do it. Like, I do think I've probably got dyspraxia. Whether I've got dyspraxia, well, it's been changed. It's called developmental coordination disorder now, I think. But I've learned recently that you can have it like localized to the mouth area and not everywhere. I don't know if I've got it everywhere. I'd have to like look into it a bit more, but pretty sure the old mouth is dyspraxic. That was a slight little random tangent. If you are new, I'm an autistic ADHDer, and neurodivergence is a bit of a special interest to me, and there's loads of evidence to suggest that, like, if you're neurodivergent in some way, there's probably going to be co-occurring conditions alongside it. So if you're autistic, you might be dyslexic. If you're autistic, you might be ADHD. Like, they all kind of like intertwine. So since learning about my own neurodivergence, I'm realizing that I might have lots of different things going on that I never knew about. So yeah, I'm sorry if the tripping over my words is annoying. I used to try really hard to like not do it, cut them out, like restart the video, even stop filming if I was having a really bad day. But with kind of accepting my neurodivergence and trying not to mask as much, I'm not editing that out anymore because that takes so long. So welcome. Tripping over your words is normal here. Not being able to find your words is normal here. It's normal, it's okay. We all do it, it's fine. Back to the plant. There are leaves falling everywhere. I've been looking at this plant for so long thinking I need to do something about it. Like, I've just been watching it bold at the top here, and I just haven't been caring for it. It's been lucky if I've chucked some water in it. I don't know if it's had any fertilizer. It might have been lucky to have had some water chucked in it. That was a fertilized, like, watering can water. I'm saying I'm a lot. I haven't been caring for it. It's dusty as heck. don't know if the camera will pick that up, but it's really, really dusty. Like there's even like a layer of dust on the soil. Slightly embarrassed to be showing this, but it sits up high. It's not like the easiest to reach, and really annoyingly, whilst this plant pot that it's in, you can tell it's been a really long time. So I put this plant in this plant pot back when like the kind of bohemian beige vibe was my thing, and I'm not really in that space anymore. That was a long time ago. Oh my god, stop saying this pot has got a clear, like it's in theory waterproof, but it leaks. So when I chuck water into it on like up on the shelf, I have to be careful to not put too much because it'll leak out. So even though it has been watered every now and then, it wouldn't have been getting anywhere near enough water. There are roots in here, but they're great. Like there's definitely some that have popped out the bottom and then died, and that's the same kind of story. Like a lot of these ones here look like they are dead. There are some that look alive, like this nice white one here, but there's a lot that look dead. So my plan today is restarting this plant. There are new shoots at the top here, and there are a lot of vines that are still alive. There's this really long one that's actually been growing down the back of the sofa. I basically, like, my plan is, because for a little while I was thinking I'll give it a repot and I'll try and keep some of the length, but I just can't. There's so many strands that are bold for so far. Like it's we're restarting it. A while ago, like we're probably talking over a year and a half ago, I did try to start this process. I did try to start this process before it got to this state, and I'd taken some cuttings, water rooted them, or did I? No, I don't think I water rooted. I think I just put them into the soil that it's still in. I'll show you. I took some cuttings with the intention of putting it in front of that bulb patch, so that it kind of filled it in, so I could keep some of the length, and it would look pretty. But as you can see, this is even more neglected. Oh my god, this was at one point like a lovely plant within itself. I've given it a drink because clearly it's needed a drink, but honestly, I don't actually know if it's worth saving it. Like, there's no leaf here that, dripping more. There's a couple of darker ones that will flatten out again once they're hydrated, but that strand's not going to be worth saving because it'll be so naked at the top. So I guess what I need to do, I need to come to terms with whether I'm going to, God, we've been filming for like 13 minutes already and I've not started doing anything. I'm going to start cutting. What I was going to say is what I need to do is figure out whether I want to keep the nodes. I won't be keeping all of the nodes because there will probably be well over 100. And I don't need that many nodes in my life. But do I want to keep some of them? Potentially. And what am I going to do with the strands that I cut off? Like, am I going to, what is going on? Oh my goodness. Am I going to root them in water? Am I going to just put them straight into soil? Am I going to step away from soil for my my Philodendron Micans and just go straight to like soil, or did I say step away from soil? I don't know what happened there with that trailer fall. Basically, what substrate am I going to put this in? Do I want to root it in water? Do I want to root it in soil? Do I want to go semi-hydro? I think that was what I was going to say, like step away from soil and go to semi-hydro. I don't completely know. I just know that I miss having a phenomenal looking Micans in my collection, first cutting, and I want that back. I think what will probably end up happening is I will probably take these cuttings and put them in water for now, with the intention of potting up fairly quickly after it roots. I'm really sorry, I do struggle to do things and talk at the same time. I'm trying. So yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, and you can't see, can you? That's no fun for you. I definitely need to give it a shower as well. So I've just been taking off like the new growth bits at the top here as I was talking then. It's like, they are such beautiful leaves. They're really, really, really stunning. I don't feel like the lighting's very good today, I'm sorry. But yes, it's such a stunning plant, and I really just want it back in my collection, looking as good as I can get it. Like, it's been really sad watching it decline so much. What even is this? Which way's up? Oh, dang, I made an error with that one. I'm gonna have to pull that leaf off, because that's gonna be the bottom node that needs to go in the water. I'm gonna chop this bit off, which means this one's gonna be going in the water upside down, but the leaves will eventually rotate and be okay. I need some water. What are you? Oh, there's a slightly longer. Oh, there's gaps. Okay. This strand is like it's a new growth one. There's nice. Oh, look at that. There's nice leaves up here, but there is quite a gap here of bulb. So I am going to chop that. Oh, you're another new growth. To be fair to this plant, it is, like, I would say it is quite a hardy one. Like, it's been pushing out new growth even though I've barely watered it. It's basically completely bulbed at the top. Can you tell? Like, now that I've taken away that new growth, there's just a few little strands of new growth here that I haven't taken. I'll take you. But it's basically bulbed at the top. Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna go towards the end now and kind of work my way up to empty nodes on each of the strands. I don't think I'm gonna bother, like originally when I was thinking about doing this, I was gonna do like a soil refresh. Don't know if I've already said that, but I'm not gonna bother. There's absolutely no point in, oh, this one splits. Ooh, okay. Oh, it splits to an empty vine. Yeah, I'm not repotting. Like, there really is no point. I will get rid of like the root ball. It's just a question of what to do with the rest of the nodes. I might I'll probably do some single node props, like in a propagation box. Because I do love Micans, and you know, I wouldn't be mad if eventually I had multiple. This is interesting. It's like there's this second growth point here that has all these leaves and the big gap, and then some leaves there. But yeah, I wouldn't mind eventually having a second plant. So this is what's not a lot. The leaves that are left on here are basically like they're all either dead or they're very like close to dying. Like it might not be picking it up on camera. What's that one doing? It's not completely picking up some of the colours on camera, but like even these darker ones here in real life, they look a bit more like this one where it's turning, I mean still really pretty colours, but it's turning not green, so it's on its way out. So this is my question mark now. Like I could put this in the bin, I absolutely could. I know there's a lot of like frowned uponness for putting plants in the bin. Typically I don't feel like that. Like I've talked about it before, I think it's okay to get rid of plants, chuck them out. You know, there's ways to get rid of them in terms of selling, swapping, kind of giving to neighbours, giving to family members. But if you can't do any of that, like if you've not got the capacity to do any of that, it's okay to just put them in the bin. Like I'm all for it. I don't, like that's not what's stopping me. What's stopping me is the fact that I love Philodendron Micans so much, and there is so much potential. There is so much potential for so many plants right here. That's what's stopping me from putting this in the bin. With that, I know all of this is going to make a really decent sized plant with plenty to spare, and actually I don't need all of those vines and all of those nodes. I know I do not need all of those. I don't think I can bring myself to throw this out today. I think I will get rid of the majority of this and keep one box of nodes for propagating. That is my plan. That's not my plan for right now. I can see that the lighting is absolutely shocking, so I don't want to carry on filming if it's just going to keep getting worse and worse. What I'm going to do is I am going to dunk these into the shower, rinse them off because they are covered in dust, and then I'm going to find some kind of vessel to put them in to get rooting, and I'm going to go water. Let's do that. He's got my shower. Hey, whilst they're chilling in the bath, having had their shower, I'm going to find a glass vessel to fill it with water, and I'm going to put some of the Nurture System number 3 Rapid Recovery in it. I've only used this one other time, but I've not had it for very long, like literally 2 weeks maybe, and I've used it one other time with some Hoya cuttings. I don't know if it's like helping them root any quicker, but I feel like this philodendron could use everything I can give it. I feel like, so if you don't know Nurture System, it's Kaylee Ellen's brand. I haven't used anything else from there before, but I thought I'd give this a go. It was giving like, oh, what is it called? It was giving me Super Thrive vibes, which I haven't used in years, but used to use right at the beginning of my plant journey. I didn't know what it was, but I think what it is like something that helps really root. It helps like give a plant like a really intense boost of oomph to get it going again, and I think that's what this is. Like, it's called Rapid Recovery and it says intensive rehabilitation solution, which an intensive rehabilitation is exactly what my Micans is going through right now, so hopefully this helps. I really hope my mic isn't picking it up, but it is so windy today, so windy, and there's like a weird squeaky noise. I don't know what that is, but it's really annoying. Anyway, okay, I've got this glass vessel, which is like one of those glass vessels that come with like a cork lid. Like, I kind of had it with the intention of making a terrarium in it. Haven't done that yet, and I figured the narrower top would help hold in the vines, fingers crossed. I've got water in there at the moment, and I'm going to put in some of the rapid recovery now. Directions for use. So there's different directions. There's for shipped plants, cutting, semi-hydro and foliar application. So I guess we're working with cuttings. Add 5 ml to each litre of nutrient solution. Soak plants in the solution for 15 minutes. Water the solution into the propagations once a week until your plants are ready to transplant on. Soak plants in the solution for 15 minutes. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, well, just going to stick them in the water. I don't actually know how much this vessel holds. It might be a litre. I'm going to say it is and go with 5 ml. Oh, that squeak's really horrible. This little thing only goes up. Probably should have changed the camera angle for you to see that better. Okay. I know the lighting's not great, I'm really sorry. So I am literally just going to put cuttings, stuff them in. That's what I'm going to do. It's not exactly a, you know, incredible glow up. Like, I'm not going to be doing like a before and after for my thumbnail, am I? But it's better, I think. I hope. I know that some of the stems don't actually sit in the water, but I'm hoping that there's like enough humidity in there that the roots will like want to grow anyway. I haven't yet trimmed the longer vines. I probably should do that with them in the, now that they're in the water. I'll do that now. Okay, final product. It's so tiny. I know it's not, like I know it's not tiny, but it used to be so long and so grand. But here we are. Hopefully come the like end of spring, summer, this will be potted up and just looking beautiful. I think that's it for this video. I think that's all I've got anyway in me. don't know where I'm gonna put the other, like the rest of the plant for right now while I figure out what to do with it. But I'm done filming, guys. I've really enjoyed my time with you, but I'd like to be alone now. So yeah. I wish my Micans luck on its journey to rooting and becoming a really beautiful and established plant again. If you're interested in hearing updates, make sure you're subscribed, because I'm sure at some point I will mention how it's doing in a future video, if not a dedicated video, like comparing a before and after of being chopped, hacked to pieces, as it were. Fingers crossed. I'm so hopeful that it's going to be okay. I can't wait for all of the leaves to be facing the front again and for it to just be looking so beautiful. Like, it will happen, right? It's gonna happen. It's gotta happen. Like, I love this plant. It is a staple in my collection. I will always have a Philodendron Micans. Always. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It does really help us here on this channel. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.